A 63-year-old man absolved into a coffee boutique after most ages and oral seconds. 3 women in their 40s angry to accessory at him. Not because he was famous, not because he was loud, but because of articles specific about the way he moved, stood, and existed in that space. And what I'm about to allotment with you are the exact anatomy genitalia that triggered that instant about automatic attention. These are the concrete appearance women browse for in milliseconds. Whether they apprehend it or not, here's article that might claiming aggregate you've been told about crumbling and attraction. Renowned accord therapist Esther Perel has spent decades belief desire, and her analysis credibility to article fascinating. She's empiric that allure in complete relationships generally becomes added nuanced, added specific, and in abounding means added acute than the apparent akin attractions of youth. And aback it comes to men over 60, women aren't adorable breath you anticipate they're looking. Best men accept that aging means acceptable airy to women. They anticipate the bold is over. They accept that concrete allure alone applies to adolescent men with gym bodies and abounding alive of hair. This acceptance is not aloof wrong. It's absolutely costing them access they could calmly be making. Abstraction arise in the Journal of Amusing and Personal Relationships begin that women's allure patterns about face decidedly as they mature. While adolescent women generally accent accepted affability markers, women over 35 added acknowledge to what advisors alarm appearance indicators, concrete appearance that arresting article added about a man's nature. And here's breadth things get interesting. These appearance indicators are generally begin in anatomy genitalia men absolutely overlook, genitalia they don't anticipate matter, genitalia they've never already advised convalescent or alike advantageous absorption to. Esther Perel talks abundantly about how admiration operates on assorted levels simultaneously. The acquainted apperception ability say one thing, but the anatomy responds to absolutely altered signals. Women are consistently processing concrete advice about men, alive benumbed calculations about health capability affecting availability and yes, alike abeyant as a partner. The bristles anatomy genitalia I'm about to breach bottomward are the exact areas breadth these calculations arise fastest. And the fourth one on this list, it's the affection that best men accept absolutely alone caring for, yet it charcoal one of the best scrutinized by women. The transformation accessible actuality is about arbitrary already you accept it. Let's breach this down. Cardinal 1 the hands. This is the anatomy allotment women apprehension first and they apprehension it constantly. Calmly are beneath about abiding observation, alike aback a woman isn't carefully acquainted she's accomplishing it. Esther Perel has announced about calmly as a primary canvas of intimacy. She addendum that calmly acquaint a woman aggregate she needs to apperceive about how a man moves through the world, how he treats objects and by extension how he ability amusement her. But here's the specific breakdown of what women are absolutely scanning for. First, grooming. Not manicured like a Duke model but maintained. Apple pie nails akin appropriately after clay underneath. This sounds basic but the cardinal of contrarily adorable men who carelessness their calmly is staggering. A analysis by a loft admonishment cast begin that 68% of women accept been a non-angry off by ailing maintained calmly on a aboriginal meeting. Second the way hands move. Are they calm and advised or afraid and fidgety? Do they action with aplomb aback speaking or adumbrate in pockets? The movement of calmly signals centralized accompaniment and women apprehend this fluently. Third, and this is fascinating, women apprehension the signs of adequacy in hands. Some acerbity from absolute use. Affirmation that these calmly accept congenital things, anchored things, done things. There's a acumen the byword acceptable with his calmly carries adventurous undertones. It signals adequacy that extends far aloft chiral labor. A woman eye batten with declared affair a 64-year-old man at a banquet party. She said she noticed his calmly afore annihilation else. They were asperous but clean, calm aback resting, alive aback he talked about his woodworking hobby. She said those calmly told her he was addition who created things, took affliction of things, paid absorption to details. Now here's the actionable element. For men over 60, Duke affliction is embarrassingly simple, yet about universally neglected. Basal moisturizer to anticipate boundless dryness, regular nail maintenance and best importantly acquaintance of Duke movements. Slow, deliberate, bent gestures apprehend as confident. Quick, afraid movements arresting crisis behindhand of what's actuality said verbally. Dr. David Given, an anthropologist who studies nonverbal communication, begin that Duke displays are amid the best able allure signals in animal interaction. Women are evolutionarily abreast to apprehension calmly because they announce so abundant about capability, health and temperament. And speaking of appearance, that arresting temperament, the abutting anatomy allotment ability abruptness you with its impact. Cardinal 2 the forearms. This one consistently shocks men aback, they apprehend it. Forearms. Really? It's really? And there's cogent science abaft why. Aback asked to rank adorable anatomy genitalia on men, women above assorted studies except placed forearms decidedly high. Generally aloft chest, aloft abs, sometimes alike aggressive with face. And for men over 60 this becomes alike added relevant. Here's why forearms backpack such weight. They're one of the few anatomy genitalia consistently arresting in accustomed amusing situations. Arms ability be covered by sleeves, chest hidden by shirts. But forearms arise whenever a man rolls up his sleeves, alcove for something or artlessly exists in warmer weather. Esther Powell discusses the abstraction of microexposures in attraction. The baby revelations that action in accustomed moments that activate interest. A formed sleeve absolute or quaint is absolutely this affectionate of microexposure. It's affectionate after actuality intentional. It's revealing after actuality excessive. The biological acumen is straightforward. Forearms announce concrete capability. The anatomy there are a live anatomy acclimated for gripping, lifting, controlling. They arresting that a man can do things, handle things, administer concrete reality. An acquaintance of mine, a woman in her mid-50s, told me about an architect who came to fix her kitchen cabinets. She declared him as boilerplate in best ways, accustomed height, accustomed face, 60-some with gray hair. But aback he formed up his sleeves to work, she said. Article shifted.